Tough, I would say. I'm quite surprised because I thought that the whole Norwich fan base was with Forum, and I thought we're doing a project.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Dean Smith against Luton, and I'm a bit worried about that I think it might be over for him. I don't want to say it because I'm.
Where do you stand on him? Are you?
I'm a big believer in him. I think the only thing is nothing went on in that game, and the last few games there's been nothing on. It just looks as if it's just a whole team devoid of confidence, and that can be expected when you're when you realise you're not going to be in the playoffs. But it's not good. You've got more anti-Hoff for you.
No, I'm not into the project at all. I mean, the first game of the season against Oxford we were poor, but now we're diabolical. It's just not good.
Do you think they've actually got worse over the season?
They absolutely got worse.
Yeah.
There's no spirit. I mean, I've been watching Norwich since I was 4 and I'm 64 now, and this is one of the worst displays I've seen. I mean, going to the Portsmouth game was terrible, and it was even worse.
Is that mainly what you put it down to, that sort of that spirit and that hard work and determination, rather than the footballing reasons?
You've got your Wes Hoolahans.
I actually do think they're trying. I just think they're
just not good enough.
I just think at the moment they don't actually know what they're doing, and it's a bit worrying to see because I think because they are trying. You saw we're 3-1 down with nothing to play for, and they're still trying to get a goal. So it just seems like
is it the individual players, or is it the system and things like that?
Playing backwards all the time. This playing in the back. The teams have got us sussed. They're just looking for us to make a mistake at the back, and then they're just getting a goal.
Yeah, is that one of the most frustrating things? That it feels like teams almost just need to play at their default. And
we're just going get it forward, and they're going backwards.
I mean, Portsmouth game was 63% possession. But 3 shots on goal, whereas Portsmouth barely touched the ball, but they had 15 shots on goal. And the worrying thing, I think, mostly is that we spent a lot of money, and none of it's a similar team to last season. You look at all those players. It was Slimane, Cordoba, and Schwartel that were in that first team that are not from last season, and I just think. Is that really transition then? I am a big believer, but is that transition?
Is there anyone player-wise who you think needs to be moved on in the summer?
But we need a goalkeeper as well.
Sorensen.
I mean, why did they bring Sorensen on? I mean, it's.
I just think
Thorup needs to go as well. Thorup needs to go. It's got to be said. Who do you come here as a Norwich fan? Who do you come here excited to watch? Who are you excited to watch second half of the season? Who are you excited to watch?
Well, players or
says it all.
I think the brightest thing this afternoon was my outfit. I'll tell you that. That was pretty diabolical from minute 1. An early goal, and that knocked the stuffing out of us. Get a goal back late in the first. I think that's a perfect platform to improve, perfect platform to get better. But it's just. It never looked like it was going to be a good afternoon for us, and Millwall just weren't that good. They out-championshiped us, like every other team has done of late. 2 headers from set pieces. Again, it's what Millwall do. It's what we concede, and these players that we're watching, they've been better earlier in the season, and now all of their performances collectively have dropped.
It doesn't feel like Norwich or teams have to do much to beat Norwich, does it? They just, because they're giving goals away so freely, you don't have to do a lot.
No, and when we create chances, we get in a good position, in the final third, and we prefer to pass it back. And our passing accuracy is great because we spend most of the time passing it between Duffy and Cordoba. But I don't kind of cheating the statistics a little bit. But it's now getting to the point where you're thinking football is a results-based business, and the results are not good. The position in the league is bad. But I've had a good afternoon out in London. The weather's been all right. probably on par with the performance. But
is it the players' fault or Thorup's?
To an extent, the players are following a style of play, and to an extent, their impetus and emphasis is dictated by what the manager is telling them to do.
Yeah.
They all just look knackered. They look like they're on 20% battery.
Yeah.
Whether some of them care or not. I mean, we pointed out at the end of the match, the only 2 players left applauding all the fans were the 2 Manchester City loanees. Obviously didn't get a very good reaction, any of them, but I'm afraid it deserves. They didn't look on it from minute 1. I think we had 1 shot on target. It's just not good enough.
Does it feel like now just get the season over with as quickly as possible?
1 away, 1 home. Yeah, it's irritating. There was nothing to play for. You kind of want to, maybe see some of the young players, see an Elliot Miles or someone play. We were told Jurasek was in the squad, wasn't featured at all. It's baffling at this point, and I think you're looking at this summer's clear out, and it's going to be pretty sizable.
Just collectively, so bad.
Yeah.
Just individuals were so subpar. I think that's what ultimately was the biggest factor. Individuals were nowhere near good enough.
Yeah.
As Jack has just said before me, they are told to an extent what to do and how to attack space and how to play the ball, and they're just no one seemed interested, in my opinion, in doing what they were probably told. They look as if they've almost given up on the season, because ultimately they know it's over, and we do. But I said this a few weeks ago, I would love to see Norwich just try, just give effort in every game. And they haven't. It's 6 defeats in the last 8, it's 2 wins in 14 championship matches. That is truly form of a side who would battle relegation, and in a way they play like it. They're just so toothless. To just nowhere near enough desire to show what they want to get, or to get 3 points. You look at how Millwall performed. Every loose ball, every little half 50-50 challenge they could have won, they won it. Because they at least know they've got however many were in the ground right behind them. And I think that's just a big difference. I think they just believed and knew that they could get something out of it, and Norwich just didn't believe.
Do you, given what you said about the players there, do you feel for Torup a little bit?
I do in this performance, certainly. I feel that he will get stick, because a lot of the time people go straight to the manager of what they believe is the reasons to why it's wrong. But from the performance today, it's certainly players who are to be at the forefront of the blame, because, as I said, collectively, so poor. It just didn't look bothered ultimately. And there's Josh Sargent is the only player that match who truly ran the whole game. He's the only one who can almost come out of it with a bit of credit. But no, I feel for Torup today, certainly. But there's been other matches as of late where perhaps his tactics have cost Norwich at some points. But today, that's not his fault.
In that squad of players, is there anyone who you think needs to be moved on in the summer?
Yes. I think there's a fair few who need to be moved on. I mean, I won't name any names, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who, if I were to name names, would agree. But no, I think this summer is absolutely massive. This summer is the biggest the club maybe will ever have. I think, at least for me, I think we need at least 10 or 11 players. There is a serious overhaul needed, and if that is under Torup or if that is under somebody else, we'll wait and see, and we'll see how patient the club will be with the project. But for a team who have got a 3-year plan with an aspiration to be a Premier League side, if they don't show they truly mean that this summer, and there is progression on this season, then there's only so much more people can take.
Useless.
I think Hernandez should have shot instead of passing it.
Nobody looked like they cared. Everybody just wanted
Yeah,
to
a
get
bit
home.
useless.
Yeah.
We had nothing to play for.
Yeah.
But we did come all the way, so there was no. I don't even know what I'm going at here.
Yeah. So do you mainly put it down to sort of a lack of desire, or
Yeah.
It's not just footballing issues, or is it both?
I think defence is an issue.
Yeah.
We've got the best attack in the league nearly, but the worst defence. It's horrible.
How do they sort that? Is it with tactics, or is it by signing new players in
New
summer?
players. Cordova needs to go.
They didn't go at half time in the end. Putting these balls into the box, they just carried on letting them do it.
Yeah.
You've got to stop
We
it.
want floor Bowsley, we want floor Bowsley.
Yeah, what he said. What he said.
Do you want him gone then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think give him till
Nah.
next January and he
Nah.
can still
Yeah.
Get gone. Get
Give him a
gone.
little bit of next season, and then
Yeah.
he needs to be quickly gone if he still doesn't.
Are there any players who you'd like to see moved on in the summer as well?
Cordoba.
Oh no.
Cordoba's
No,
not
not
going. I think
Cordova.
he's shy.
Nah. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, any positives to take from today? It's probably a tough question,
Decent
but
atmosphere in the first half.
yeah.
Supposedly a transition
I think
season,
everything
but
that could have gone wrong has gone wrong.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not good.
Do you think they have the team to have competed for the playoffs this season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
oh
think
yeah,
easy.
easy.
Looking
Easy.
at our
That September
team
one.
on paper, definitely.